Hello friends, welcome to Needful. This is Abhilash Sir for your mathematics faculty for EAP set, K set and JEE. So today, as you can see, we'll start with a new chapter, that is straight lines. So straight lines we can say is the beginning of the coordinate geometry. Straight lines per se has very less weightage. In JEE means you can hardly get one question or two questions. But when we talk about coordinate geometry, okay, the importance of straight lines is immense, okay, because we will be using straight lines, the concepts which you learn in straight lines, we will be using it in various parts of coordinate geometry, like in circles, like in conics, which includes ellipse, parabola, hyperbola, and also 3D geometry, and also in vectors. Okay. So straight lines is immensely important when we talk about coordinate geometry, which forms at least 10% of the total questions that is appearing in JEE mains, right. So let us start with straight lines in this session. All right. So when we talk about straight lines, like I told you, in JEE mains you can expect 1 to 2 questions, but straight lines is highly important when we talk about coordinate geometry, like I told you just now. Highly important for coordinate geometry, highly important for coordinate geometry. Which forms 10% of the paper. Coordinate geometry is almost 10% of the paper, right. So straight lines is highly important because it is important to understand straight lines, because it helps us to understand coordinate geometry in a much comprehensive way, right. So let us get started with straight lines. Like I told you, in JEE means 1 or 2 questions will come, and when we talk about straight lines, what are the concepts which we have to study and which are the most important topics from which the questions are coming. So when I talk about straight lines, most important topics, okay, one, you can consider condition of collinearity. Okay, this is one of the fundamental concepts from which questions are coming. Next is various forms of line. In that highly important is point form. From which various other forms are derived. Okay, but we will study straight lines in a comprehensive way. Even if questions come from these topics, various topics, you should be in a position to solve, and you should study these topics so that your coordinate geometry becomes very strong, because we can say that straight lines are the foundation for coordinate geometry. So let us get started with friends. Okay, like I told you, the questions appearing is 1 or 2, but it is highly important for coordinate geometry. Okay. Now, what are the various topics that we will be studying, like distance formula, section formula, various forms of the line, parametric form, all these things. So let us start with distance formula. When we talk about distance formula, like you can see, there is a point. Let me call this as point P. Let me call it as point Q. It is represented by coordinates x1, y1. This is represented by coordinates x2, y2. If you want to find the distance between the line, this you already studied. Okay, in your class 10th as well. The distance formula is given by square root of difference between x coordinates whole square plus difference between y coordinates whole square. Okay, this is fairly simple. Next, okay, when we talk about condition of collinearity, I told you condition of collinearity is highly important. Okay, condition of collinearity you can learn or you can apply using various concepts. One of the concept is distance formula. Okay, you can find the condition of collinearity using slope also. You can find it using area of triangle also. You can find it using distance formula also. So what does distance formula say with respect to condition of collinearity? Okay, 3 points, that is A x1 y1, B x2 y2, and C x3 y3 are collinear. Then the condition for collinearity is given by, okay, AB plus BC is equal to AC, or AB plus AC is equal to BC, or AC plus BC is equal to AB. What does this mean? Okay, suppose 3 points A, B, C are collinear. We can say that they are collinear when sum of the two sides is equal to the third side. Sum of the two sides, suppose AB plus BC is equal to the third side AC. It should be equal, highly important. It should be equal. Similarly, you can say AB plus AC is equal to BC. AC plus BC is equal to AB. It should be equal. What happens if it is greater than What happens if it is greater than? If it is greater than, it will becomes a triangle. It becomes a triangle. If it becomes greater, it becomes triangle. It should be equal. Okay. It should be equal. Okay. Here it is mistake alert. I am telling you mistake alert. Okay. If it is greater than, it becomes a triangle. If it is equal means it is condition for collinearity. You should be very careful. It is not greater than, it should be equal. Right. Now, they have given, based on that concept, we will see one question. One of the question which I was asked in JEE Main 2022. Okay. Alright, they are telling a line with slope. So, if you have followed our class, you will know that. First, what we will be doing, our approach for the classes will be telling the concept. Based on the concepts, we will be solving the questions. Practice questions also, then and there we will be doing some PYQs also. So, that will be helpful for you, because you not only learn the concepts, you will also learn how to relate the concept, that you will learn how to apply the concepts as well. So, looking at this question, they are telling a line with slope greater than 1 passes through the point A 4, 3 and intersects the line x minus y minus 2 at the point B. Okay. If the length of the line segment AB is root 29/3, then B also lies on the line. So, they are asking the equation for B. Okay. That is not the equation for B, they are asking B also lies on which line they are asking. B lies on which line. Okay. I know this is fairly confusing, because we have not dealt so many topics. After that, if you come back and solve this question, it will be very easy for you. But see here, they are telling a line with slope greater than 1, they are telling passes through the point 4, 3 and intersects the line x minus y minus 2. So, if I take this line x minus y minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. If I take the point B as, let it be x comma y. If I write it in terms of x, it becomes what? X minus 2. It becomes what? X minus 2. Now, they are telling what? They are telling the length of the line segment AB is root 29/3. The length of the line segment AB is root 29/3. What we got? The point A, the coordinates are what? 4 and 3. The coordinates are 4 and 3. So, if I apply the distance formula, okay, AB square is equal to x1 minus x2 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So, this will become what? AB square is equal to 4 minus x whole square or x minus 4 whole square, whatever it is, x minus 4 whole square plus what is it? X minus 2 minus 3, it is nothing but x minus 5 whole square. X minus 5 whole square. AB square is what? Root 29/33 root 29/3 whole square, that is nothing but what? Root 29/3 is nothing but root 29/3 whole square is nothing but 29/9. So, this becomes what? 29/9 is equal to x minus 4 whole square. X minus 4 whole square, here also x minus 5 whole square is there. So, this becomes what, friends? This becomes x square. So, I will get 2x square here. From here I will get 4 square, that is 16. Here I will get 5 square, that is 25. So, 16 plus 25 is nothing but 41. So, this will become plus 41. So, here I will get minus 8x. Okay, here I will get minus 8x. Here I will get minus 10x. So, this will become what? Minus 18x. I will get what? Minus 18x. Got it? So, if I solve this now, what will I get? If I solve this now, what will I get? So, 29/9. So, this will become, this implies this will become 29 is equal to 9 to the 18x square. Okay, all right. Next, 9 1s are 9, 9 4s are 36. Okay, 369. 41 into 9 is 369 minus 18 9s are. 18 9s is how much? 162. 162 times x. 162 times x. Okay, we got it. 162 times x. So, if I send this 29 that side, what I will get? 18x square plus 340. Okay, what will I get? 18x square plus 340. 18x square plus 340 is equal to, the quadratic equation will be, just we have to solve this quadratic equation, 18x square plus 340, okay, plus 340 minus 162x is equal to 0. Okay, we have to solve this quadratic equation, which you can solve this. If you solve this, you will get 2 values for x and 2 values for y. Okay, so if I solve this, I'll get x is equal to how much? I'll get x is equal to, actually I'll get x is equal to how much? 51/9 and y is equal to 33/9. Okay, another value for x I'll get is x is equal to 10/3 and y is equal to 4/3 will get on solving this. I know this is fairly calculative, but it's a very simple question. Okay, if I put this will not satisfy this. If I put the value of this, I'll get the option as option B. Okay, if I put value of this, I'll get the option as option B. Not option B, that is option C. Okay, that is option C, which is the correct answer. All right, just we solved one question, sample question, to see how the straight line questions are being asked. But now we will dive deep into the that our concepts become much more clear. Right. Next thing. See here. Next is section formula. Till now what we solved, the question was on distance formula. Now we are talking about section formula. What does section formula say? Okay, suppose a line means a straight line has two endpoints A and B. Okay, if there is a random point between A and B, okay, and anywhere between A and B, okay, if there is a random point which divides A and B in some ratio, let us take that ratio as m is to n. Let C be a random point x comma y between points A and B, where A and B are x1 y1, B is x2 y2, C is represented by xy, m is to n. This C is dividing the line AB in the ratio m is to n. Okay, one is called internal division, another one is external division. Okay, it can divide, it can be between A and B or away from AB. Okay, that away from AB we call it as what? External division. This is what? Internal division. For internal division we have the formula, okay, mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n and m plus 1 and my2 plus ny1 by m plus 1, okay, by m plus n. Okay, so this is for section formula internal division. When you talk about external division, what we have? Same thing, instead of plus we will get minus. For external division we will get minus. Alright friends, I hope this is fairly simple, it is clear. Next go to the another thing, concept. So this note, or you can also call this a short trick. Okay, see here, a straight line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is given. They are saying it divides the join of the points a x1 y1 and b x2 y2 in the ratio. Okay, suppose now we told a point divides the line AB, that is a point C divides the line AB in the ratio m is to n. Suppose instead of a point, a straight line divides another straight line, that is the straight line is what? Ax plus by plus c divides another straight line, join of points AB x1 y1 x2 y2 in the ratio. That ratio is nothing but what? M by n is equal to what? Is equal to minus ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by ax2 plus by2 plus c. This minus should be there. Okay, m by n is equal to this ratio. Okay, wherever numerator put x1 y1, denominator put x2 y2. Got it? So this minus sign should be there. After this, after putting m by n or if after putting x1 y1, okay, if minus n sign is x1 y1 and x2 y2, if minus sign is still retained, then it divides externally. If plus sign is there or if there is no negative sign, then it divides internally. Okay, so based on this we will solve some questions. Right. Look at this. They are telling if the line 2x plus y, if the line 2x plus y is equal to k passes through the point which divides the line segment joining the points 1 comma 1 and 2 comma 4 in the ratio 2 is to 3, then k equals to, then they are asking the value of k. Here they are asking the value of k. So here we can solve it using two methods, that is one using the section formula or using the short note or the trick which we learned just now, that is minus ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by ax2 plus by2 plus c. Right. So let us solve it using the section formula first. So we will call it as method 1. We will call it as what? Method 1. The method 1 is what? We will use section formula. They are telling 2x plus y is equal to k, passes through the point. Okay. So let us take this. So it is in the ratio of what? It is in the ratio of 2 is to 3. It is in the ratio of 2 is to 3. So that is given by what? 2 into 1 plus 3 into 2 into 1 plus 3 into 2 6 divided by m plus n is 5. Okay, divided by m plus n, it is 5. So I will put the value of 2x. So here we have to put the value, that is we have to find 2x plus y is equal to k, right. So we have to find that point C. Okay, let us find this point C. A is equal to 1 comma 1 and b is equal to what? Let us take that is given as 2 comma 4. Let us take it as b. We have to find x comma y. Okay, and we have to put this x comma y in this equation, that is 2x plus y is equal to k, because this straight line passes through this point C. This straight line passes through this point C. Okay, this straight line passes through the point C. So 2x plus y is equal to k. Now let us first find x comma y. X comma y can be written as, x can be written as what? Like I just wrote, I can write as what? 2 into 1 plus 3 into 2. 2 into 2 into 1. Okay, or first let me find out x comma y. Instead of putting this here, first let me find out x comma y. X comma y or c can be written as what? 2 into 1 is 2 plus 2 into 2, 2 into 1 plus 3 into 2, 6 divided by m plus n, 5. Okay, next, what is it? 2 into 1. Okay, m is that is mx2, that is my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. So my2 is what? That is nothing but 2 into 1, 2 plus 3 into 4, 12 divided by 3 plus 2, 5. So what we got? We got it as 8 by 5. Another one what we got? 14 by 5. X comma y we got it as 8 by 5 and 14 by 5. This you have to put it here, just that's it. You have to put it here. What you will get? You will get it as 2x plus y is equal to 2 into x is what? 2 into 8 by 5. 2 into 8 by 5 is 16 by 5 plus 14 by 5 is equal to k, that is nothing but 30 by 5. 30 by 5 is equal to k, that is nothing but k is equal to 6. K is equal to 6, that is option C. That is option C. That is option C. Okay, but that and all not required for us. That is method 1. We don't want that method. Let us use second method. Okay, you can use this method also, but I suggest you to learn the second method where you can get the answer very easily and in short period of time. Okay, so let us solve that using second method. Let us solve it using second method. Okay, second method, what is that method we say? That is a straight line is dividing another straight line in the ratio m is to n. So for that we have the ratio, that is m is to n is what? M is to n is given as what? 2 is to 3. 2 is to 3 is equal to minus ax1. That is what we have, 2x plus y is equal to k. This we can write it as 2x plus y minus k is equal to 0. So what we have here for x and y, to find x and y, what we should put? So let us put the value 2x1 plus y1, that is nothing but what? X comma y is x1 y1 is 1 comma 1. X2 y2 is not what? X2 y2 is, just a minute, x2 y2 the value is what? X2 y2 the value is 2 comma 4. X2 y2 the value is 2 comma 4. Okay, x2 y2 the value is 2 comma 4. If I put the value, what will I get? Ax1, that is minus 2 into x1 is what? 2 into x1 is 1 itself, 2 into 1. So this is 2 plus y it is what? What is the value of y here? Y it is 1 itself minus k divided by what I get? X2 I should put x2 y2. So x2 y2 if I get, I will get it as 4. Okay, 4, what is it? 2 into 2 is 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 minus k, I will get 2 is to 3. So 2 by 3, if I send this minus inside, what will I get? So this I have written for my understanding. I wanted the question here, that's why I have written. Otherwise no need to write this one. This part is not required to be written, it is in the question itself. I have just taken, this is the method, from here you have to solve. So 2 by 3 is equal to, you will get this one. Next, if you simply what I will get, if I send minus inside, I will get it as what? I will get it as k minus 3 divided by 8 minus k divided by 8 minus k is equal to 2 by 3. So if I cross multiply, what I will get? 16 minus 2k is equal to 3k minus 9. So what will I get if I send this 2k that side? I will get 5k is equal to what will I get? 5k is equal to what will I get? 16 plus 9. Okay, so just let us look at this. 2 8s are 16, 2k, 3k minus this is what? 3k minus 9. 3k minus 9. So this will become what? 16 plus 9. So this will become what? 5k is equal to 9 plus 25. Okay, so just have a look at it. Let me see. What is the ratio that they have given? What is the ratio that they have given? It is 2 is to 3. 2 is to 3 is equal to what? This is 2 comma 4. 2 comma 4 means these 2 2s are 4 and y is what? 4. Y is what? 4. 4 plus 4 minus k. 4 plus 4 minus k, we will get it as what? K minus 3. Okay, k minus 3 is equal by 8 minus k is equal to 2 is to 3. So what is this? 2 8s are 16, 2k, 3k minus 9. So I should get here 5k is equal to 25. I will get, actually this should be 5k should, I will get it as what? I should get it as 30. Just have a look at this. Let me have a look at it. The ratio is 2 is to 3. Okay, let me solve it here itself. Let me use the second method here itself. If I use the second method here itself, see here, method 2, it is nothing but what? It is nothing but ratio is 2 is to 3. I will just put the values minus what is the value of 1 comma 1? That is, first point is 1 comma 1. The line that is given is what? The line that is given is 2x plus y is equal to k. 2x plus y is equal to k. So this point 1 will become what? This point 1 will become 2x plus y is equal to k, or 2x plus y minus k is equal to 0. 2x, that is 2 into 1 plus y is nothing but 1 minus k is this one divided by 2x plus 2x is what? Here 2 2s are 4. Okay, 2 2s are 4 plus what is that? We will get it as y is nothing but 4 minus k. So this will become what? 2 by 3 is equal to k minus 3. 2 by 3 is equal to k minus 3 by what? 8 minus k. 8 minus k. If I multiply this, I will get k is equal to 16. Not 6, that is not 16, that is 6. Alright. So we will get k is equal to 6. Okay. I hope you understood the second method also. I hope you understood the second method as well. So we will get 6 here also, and the second method also we will get 6. Alright. So let us move to the next question. or next concept that is there. So they are telling the line 3x plus y minus 9 is equal to 0 divides the line joining the points 1 comma 3 and 2 comma 7 in the ratio. Same as previous question or similar to previous question. What we should do here, we have to use the short trick which I told or the note which we used. Okay, that is nothing but what, m by n is nothing but equal to minus ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by ax2 plus by2 plus c. Okay, so this will become what, m by n is nothing but what here, divides the line joining the ratio in the ratio. Okay, they are asking the ratio. Okay, we have to find the ratio. Let us write it as m by n is equal to minus I should write the what, this is 3 into x, 3 into x1 is 3 itself plus 3 minus 9 divided by, this I should write minus outside, this should be 3 into 2 is 6 plus 7 minus 9. So m by n is equal to what, minus 3 plus 3 6 minus 9 is minus 3, 6 plus 7 is how much, 6 plus 7 is 13, 13 minus 9 is 4. Okay, we will get it as what, 3 is to 4 externally because it is plus. So 3 is to 4 internally or externally, 3 is to 4 it is internally because minus into minus will become plus. So this is 3 is to 4 internally. Okay, got it. Let us move to the next question or next concept. So midpoint formula is nothing but what, if a line is given, okay, points a b, okay, it is x1 y1 and x2 y2, x1 y1 and x2 y2. So this is the point C is at a midpoint. This is given by, its coordinates is given by x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2 excuse me, y1 plus y2 by 2. Very fairly simple. Let us move to the next question. I mean the next concept, that is slope. Here we are talking about the slope. So what is the slope we are learning? So it is the angle made by the line with respect to positive direction of x axis. That is nothing but, see here, if I take a look at this theta is nothing but angle of inclination. This is nothing but angle of inclination. Okay, so for this theta, if I apply tan, that becomes tan theta. This tan theta is nothing but, we represent it as m. This is nothing but slope of the line. So tan theta is nothing but slope of the line. So always you must understand one thing, while taking this theta, you have to take it in anti-clockwise direction and also with positive direction of x-axis. Always it is positive direction of x-axis. So suppose you see here, suppose this is y and this is y, this is x. This showing what? The slope is showing how much steepness of the line. It is showing the steepness. Okay, this is nothing but what? Opposite by adjacent, it is nothing but tan. It is nothing but tan theta, which gives us the slope. And here I told you anti-clockwise, and it is lying between 0 and pi. It is lying between 0 and pi. This theta is lying between 0 and pi. That is in first and second quadrant. Got it? So m is equal to tan theta. So we got slope m is equal to tan theta. Now also the slope, if there is no angle that is given, if 2 points are given, that is a and b, that is x1 y1 x2 y2, then slope is given by difference of y coordinates divided by difference of x coordinates. Difference of y coordinates divided by difference of x coordinates, that is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So this is about the slope. Now when I talk about the slope, you must understand one thing. See here, when talking about this line, here I will get theta is what? Positive direction of x axis. I should always take from what? I should always take anti-clockwise. And suppose if I take another line, if this is the line, okay, here if I do find the value of theta, here also it should be like this, anti-clockwise. This is theta. Okay, here theta is lying between 0 to 90, here theta is lying between 0 to 180. Okay, whatever it is, fine. This one you have to be very careful while taking the value of theta. Now determine x so that the line passing through the 3 and 4, x makes an angle of 135 degree with the positive direction of x axis. 135 degree with positive direction of x axis means that is theta is 135. So we know that tan theta, that is m is equal to m, if points are given, what is it? It is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Okay, tan theta is nothing but here what? It is 135 degree. So 135 degree means what? Tan 135 is what? What is the value of tan 135? We have all dealt with this in trigonometry. Okay, when I was teaching trigonometry, I have told you how to find the value of theta in different quadrants. Okay, how to find if it is between 0 to 90, 90 to 180, 180 to 270 and also 270 to 360. So here tan 135, I told you tan pi by 4, 3 pi by 4 and it will vary like pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 5 pi by 4, 7 pi by 4 and also 9 pi by 4, like that. It varies like 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, that is cyclical. So here tan 135 is nothing but equal to minus 1, which is equal to y2 minus y1. What is y2? 5 minus 4, that is 1. x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1 is x minus 3. So I'll get it as what? X minus 3. That I'll get it as minus x plus 3 is equal to 1. So x will be equal to what? So minus x will be equal to 1 minus 3. So minus x will be equal to minus 2. So x will be equal to 2. The value of x will be equal to 2. That is option D. That is option D. Is it clear, friends? Next thing. Now, I already told you about positive slope and negative slope while explaining about slope. So let us look at this. So here m1, here tan theta 1, that is it is greater than 0, that is it is positive. Why it is positive? Because it is in first quadrant, that is it is lying between 0 and 90 degree. So if you know the ASTC rule, that is all the trigonometric ratios are positive in first quadrant. When it comes to second quadrant, only sine is positive. Third quadrant, only tan is positive. Fourth quadrant, only cos is positive, along with their reciprocals. That is what? That is cosecant, cot and secant, their reciprocals respectively. So when I talk about this one, this is lying between 0 to theta is lying between 90 and 180 degree, that is second quadrant. In second quadrant, like I told you, only sine is positive along with cosec, it's reciprocal. Tan is negative, that's why here m2, this is negative slope which is less than 0, that is it is negative. Okay. Next thing, note. So in various quadrants, suppose we have the intercepts or values in various quadrants. How to take the slope? How to take the value of slope? So see here, friends, if I talk about this one, this is nothing but what? This theta, definitely it is going to second quadrant. Theta is greater than 90 degree but less than 90 degree. Here theta, tan theta, here it will be what? Here m will be equal to, n will be, here m will be negative, minus m, or we can take it as, here m will be negative, here m will be, suppose I write m is equal to, this is nothing but what? M is equal to, what is this? y2 minus y1, this is x1 y1. So 0 minus a, this is minus a, divided by x2 minus x1, that is a minus 0. Okay, a minus 0, that is y2 minus y1 is what? Y2 minus 0 minus a, and this is what? Or let us, this is what? A minus 0. A minus 0 is a itself. This will become equal to minus 1. So this is minus. Similarly, if I take here, look at this. Here the value of theta is greater than 90. Here also I will get m is equal to minus 1. Suppose I take it here. Here it is coming below 90 degree, that is here slope will be equal to plus 1, that is positive slope. Here also it will be plus 1. Okay, here also it will be plus 1. If I use the m is equal to y2 minus yn by x2 minus x1 formula, if I apply it, I will get here m is equal to 1, m is equal to 1, because in first quadrant and also in fourth quadrant, whatever it is, we will get m is equal to 1. Okay, these are all the examples for negative slope. These are all the examples or the illustrations for positive slopes. So let us proceed further. So condition of collinearity using the slope. Condition of collinearity using the slope, how it happens. So if I talk about A, B, C as 3 points are collinear, then slope of AB will be equal to slope of BC. Okay, suppose these are points A, B and C. Slope of AB should be equal to slope of BC. Understand one thing very carefully, observe here. It is slope of AB, not BA. Slope of AB should be equal to slope of BC. B and B are common. Okay, this is the condition of collinearity using the slope. I told you while talking about condition of collinearity using distance formula, I told you we learn condition of collinearity using by area of the triangle also by using the slope. This is the condition of collinearity using what? Using slope. Using slope. Got it? So proceeding further. So area of triangle. So if 3 points x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3 is given, so area of triangle is given by half into x1 y1, half into determinant of this, which you already know. So half into determinant of this will give you area of triangle using the determinants. Okay. Also you must be very careful while taking the area of triangle. You should use modulus sign. You should always use modulus sign, because area can never be negative. Why I am telling this is because suppose if I have to find the area of this area magnitude at the absolute value will be equal with the area of this one. Okay. But here the direction will be different. Here the direction will be different, so may you get a negative value. So that to eliminate that negative value, what you should use? You should use the modulus sign. You should use the modulus sign. Got it? So here magnitude will be equal, but direction will be same, and direction will be different. So that's why you should use what? Modulus sign. Very careful with this. Okay. Now condition of collinearity using area formula. That is area formula I told, area of triangle is equal to half into determinant of that. That should be equal to what? Here that should be equal to 0. That should be equal to 0. So that is area of triangle. This should be equal to 0. That is half into x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3, 1, 1, 1. This should be equal to 0. This should be equal to 0. This is the condition of collinearity using area of triangle. This is the condition of collinearity using area of triangle. Okay. Next one. Next, let the area of triangle. So let us solve some questions based on the concept of condition of collinearity using slope and also using area of triangle. So if you talk about this, so they are asking, they are telling that let the area of triangle with vertices A, B, C, okay, be 4 square units. Okay, if the points given points are given collinear, then beta is equal to what? So first they have given points A, B, C, then they have given some other points, then they are asking the value of beta. Okay, so let us find it. It's very simple. So what is given? Area of triangle ABC is given as 4 square units, that is half into, okay, I'll write it as triangle ABC, area of triangle ABC, half into, what is this? X1, x2, 1, alpha and 0. Another one is alpha 0 and also alpha 1, 1, 1. This is equal to what? This is equal to 4. But here, dear friends, you should be very careful here. You should be very careful. That's why I am writing it in different color. Here instead of taking just 4, you have to take plus or minus 4, because once you open modulus, it can have both positive connotation and also negative connotation. That's why you should use plus or minus 4. Okay, while writing the modulus, why you write the modulus? Because to eliminate the negative sign. While removing the modulus, you will add both plus or minus, because there can be two possibilities. There can be a positive value and there can be a negative value. So that's why we should use plus or minus. Next. Now let us solve this. This is nothing but what? We will get it as half into, what is this? 0 into 1, 0 into 1 is 0, minus alpha is minus alpha, half into minus alpha. Okay, this is what? Half into minus alpha minus alpha into 1 is alpha, 0 into 1 is, this is alpha square we will get. Okay, 1 into alpha square plus alpha square is equal to what? Is equal to plus or minus 4. I got plus or minus 4. Here alpha square plus or minus square and minus alpha square will what? Cancel. So minus alpha is equal to plus or minus 8, or I can write alpha is equal to plus or minus 8. Alpha is equal to plus or minus 8. So I got alpha is equal to plus or minus 8. Then they are telling if the points, the given points are collinear, that is alpha minus alpha, alpha comma minus alpha comma alpha, alpha square beta are collinear, then the value of beta is equal to what they are asking. So suppose now for the question that is given, we solve this to get alpha. That is the first part of the question we use to find the value of alpha. Let us put the value of alpha. Instead of taking plus or minus, let me take only positive value. So let me see this. If I put alpha as 8, what will I get? I have to find area of triangle. This is given by equal to 0. So this is nothing but what? Alpha is, that is 8. This alpha is minus 8. This alpha square, that is 8 square 64. What about y? Y values, that is y2, y1, y2, y3. That is nothing but minus alpha. This is 8 minus 8. Okay, this is 8 and this is what? Beta. We have to find beta, and this is 1, 1, 1. This they are telling the points are collinear. The points are collinear. They are telling this will be equal to 0. So if I find this, if I calculate this, I'll get half is half into, what is this? 8 into this 8 into 1 minus beta. That is nothing but 8 into 1 is 8 into 1 minus beta. That is 8 minus beta. Next is minus 8 plus 8. This will become plus 8, and this will be what? Minus 8 into 1. That is minus 8 minus 64. Next is what? Plus 1 into minus 8 beta minus 8 beta minus 64 into 8. 64 into 8 is what? 60 into 8 is 480. 4 8 is 32. That is nothing but 512. So this will be what? Minus 512. This will be minus 512, not just 512. This is minus 512. So if I equate it to 0, if I solve this, I'll get beta is equal to minus 64. If I solve this, I'll get beta is equal to minus 64. You can solve this by yourself. Okay, you should be good enough to calculate this. Okay, so beta will be equal to what, friends? Beta will be equal to minus 64. Next thing. So first part we solved to get the value of alpha. Second part they gave it as what? That is, the condition is it is collinear. That means their area of triangle will be equal to 0. So using that we got beta is equal to minus 64. Next, look at this question. They are telling ABC where b is not equal to 0 and modulus of b is also not equal to 1, be points such that area of triangle ABC is 1 square units, then sum of all the possible values of A, they are telling all the possible values of A they are telling. So, they are telling area of triangle is equal to 1 square units, that is nothing but half into this is what A, B 0, this is 0, 2b plus 1, B is equal to 1, that is I should take it as what, plus or minus 1, please remember, I should take it as what, plus or minus 1, because once you open the modulus sign it becomes plus or minus, this you should be very careful. Okay. So, if I calculate now what I will get, I will get half into what is this, this is A into, this is A into 2b plus 1 minus b, that is become what, 2b plus 1 into 2b plus 1 into 1 minus b, this will become what, b plus 1, A into b plus 1, because 2b minus 1 is just b, okay, minus 0. So, 0 means it will become, everything will become 0, I will eliminate that. So, 1 into b into b is b square excuse me. So, this will become out 1 into b into b is b square, that is it, b square is equal to what, b square is equal to what it is, let me take it as plus or minus 1. So, we got ab plus a plus b square is equal to plus or minus 2. So, let me take it as one of the values as minus 2 and another value as plus 2. Let me take it as 2 and another value let me take it as minus 2. AB plus A plus B square is equal to minus 2. If I send B square that side, what I will get? I will get AB plus A is equal to 2 minus B square. Here I will get AB plus A is equal to minus 2 minus B square, minus 2 minus B square. Here I will take A common, what I will get? A into B plus 1 is equal to 2 minus B square. Here also A into B plus 1 is equal to minus 2 minus B square. A into B plus 1 is equal to minus 2 minus B square. Here I will get the value of A as what? A is equal to 2 by minus 2 B square, that is 2 minus B square by B plus 1, B plus 1. This A will be equal to what? This will be equal to minus 2 minus B square by B plus 1. I will get the value of A. Okay, I will get two values of A. Where did it go? Just a minute. I will get two values of A. Let me add it. Let me add this. Let this be point equation 1. Let this be equation 2. If I add 1 into what I will get? If I add 1 into what I will get? 2A is equal to 2A is equal to B plus 1 B plus 1. So 2 minus 2 that will be cancelled, minus B. This is B minus 2B square minus 2B square by B plus 1. Okay, 2 cancels. So A will be equal to minus B square by B plus 1. A will be equal to what? Minus B square by B plus 1. Minus B square by minus 2B square by B plus 1. Actually 2 will not cancel here. This will be minus 2 minus B, and here will be A plus A, and also B is there, no. So this will be B plus 1 B plus 1, all right. So this will be minus 2 itself. So 2A will be equal to, so 2A will be equal to minus 2B square by B plus 1, which is the option minus 2B square, minus 2B square by B plus 1, the option is C. That is option C. That is option C is the correct answer. Let us move to the next question. So before going to the next question, I will explain one of the concept, that is various forms of equation of a line. Okay, this is the last concept that we will be discussing today. After that, we will wind up. Okay, we will meet in the next session. Before that, let me discuss about various forms of equation of a line. So one of the form is the lines that are parallel to x-axis. Another form that can be there is the lines that are parallel to y-axis. So the lines that are parallel to x-axis, that can be written as y is equal to a, y is equal to minus a. Then all the coordinates of y, here all the coordinates of y will be same. That is, suppose if I write it as 1 comma 1, this point will be 2 comma 1, this point will be 3 comma 1, like that. So I mean to say we have to apply ulta logic. That is, ulta logic means here if the line is parallel to x-axis, if the line is parallel to x-axis, y is constant. If the line parallel to x-axis, y is constant. If the line is parallel to y-axis, x is constant. If the line is parallel to y-axis, x is constant. X is constant. This you have to remember. So here all the values of x will be remaining the same. Only the value of y will change. Got it, friends? This is one of the concepts which you must be knowing. Okay. Now, in the next class, we will be discussing about the most important topic when we talk about straight lines, that is various forms of equation of the line. So stay tuned for the next session, which will be having it in the tomorrow session itself. So there we will be discussing various forms of equation of the line. So today in this session, what all we discuss? We discuss the importance of straight lines when it comes to JEE mains, and the importance of straight lines when it comes to understanding the concepts of coordinate geometry, and we will learn various concepts like distance formula, section formula, and I also told you short trick for section formula, and also we learned about slope, various forms of slope, positive slope, negative slope, and also condition of collinearity using distance formula, condition of collinearity using slope, and condition of collinearity using area of triangle. And using all these concepts, we solve some questions, practice questions also, and JEE mains questions also. Alright friends, stay tuned to Needful. Let's meet in the next session. Signing off, take care.